Okay. I remain the fearless IPB evangelist Mazi Marab Chinwachukwu. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Anenri. Anenri is a local government in Ojiriba province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster. Homeland under IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. He is being incarcerated in DSS solitary confinement despite being discharged by Nigerian Appeal Court, Abuja, 13th of October 2022, and also the Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia, 26th of October 2022, discharged Nnamdi Kanu and ordered that he should be returned back to Kenya, where he was kidnapped from. On the suit of extraordinary rendition filed by Nnamdi Kanu, and the Appeal Court, Abuja, as I have mentioned, discharged Nnamdi Kanu and acquitted him. Now, DSS sacked her doctor that diagnosed Nnamdi Kanu and promised to carry on operation on his ear, which the Nigerian government, during torture in Kenya, caused some damages in Nnamdi Kanu's ear when they were torturing him in Kenya. Now, what actually drew my attention to analyze this is how can DSS sack their doctor that diagnosed Nnamdi Kanu, and now DSS want Nnamdi Kanu to go through operation on his ear in DSS, the same DSS that disobeyed court order to free Nnamdi Kanu. I wonder how DSS can favor Nnamdi Kanu during the operation in his ear. How can DSS that refused Nnamdi Kanu or denied Nnamdi Kanu access to his personal doctors, how can they allow operation on Nnamdi Kanu's ear in DSS? I am still thinking about this. That is why I'm making this video. I am not sure of the safety of the life of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu should be freed to go and treat himself. Nnamdi Kanu should be freed. Nnamdi Kanu is a leader of a people. Nnamdi Kanu's health cannot be handled anyhow. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be treated in DSS. The same DSS that sacked a doctor that diagnosed Nnamdi Kanu. How can such DSS that refused court order, the same DSS that denied Nnamdi Kanu access from changing clothes, the same DSS that refused Nnamdi Kanu access to his praying material, the same DSS that refused court order, the same DSS that disobeyed, that continued to keep Nnamdi Kanu in solitary confinement, the same DSS, how can they favor Nnamdi Kanu in his health? How can Nnamdi Kanu should not? We say no to operation by DSS doctors. We say no. We say no to operation on Nnamdi Kanu in DSS. Nnamdi Kanu should be allowed to go home. Nnamdi Kanu should be allowed to go home. Nnamdi Kanu is not standing any trial, and Nnamdi Kanu cannot stand any trial in any Nigerian court, as was ruled by Nigerian Appeal Court, 13th of October 2022. What is Nnamdi Kanu doing in DSS? Can they present the valid detention warrant? I mean legal detention warrant that is keeping Nnamdi Kanu in DSS. Because immediately he was discharged and acquitted, the very warrant they were detaining him with have been nullified. Then what is Nnamdi Kanu doing in DSS? Are they torturing him to surrender Biafra. The man that even as they attack his home and kill people, even on the process, the parents died out of the trauma. He refused to surrender. Now, are they trying to subdue Nnamdi Kanu that is unsubduable? Are they trying to force Nnamdi Kanu to surrender Biafra that he can never do? What are they keeping him for? Is Nnamdi Kanu convicted? Or is Nnamdi Kanu sentenced to death? Is Nnamdi Kanu facing life imprisonment? How many years is Nnamdi Kanu convicted? We want to know, because there is nothing he is facing now. He just took Nigeria to Supreme, challenging his continuous illegal detention that the Nigerian government, based on the stay of execution ruled by the federal government appeal court judges, they appointed new, while they removed those that ruled and discharged Nnamdi Kanu. They transferred them. They appointed new people. They came and ruled on the stay of execution on the favor of federal government without telling the federal government to go and obey the court ruling first. Nnamdi Kanu must be freed first before you file stay of execution. That is to say, he is illegally detained in DSS. The stay of execution ruling granted to federal government on the favor of federal government by the federal government appointed judges is useless, because the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu that was pronounced by the appeal court judges must be obeyed. You cannot refuse to obey that one, and you want the second ruling by appeal court to be obeyed. How can you cannot obey the first ruling of appeal court, then you want to obey the second ruling of appeal court? What kind of injustice is that? Nnamdi Kanu we say no to such operation. Let Nnamdi Kanu go and treat himself. IPOB is capable of treating Nnamdi Kanu. We brought money to feed Nnamdi Kanu. DSS refused him. They rejected the money. How can Nnamdi Kanu, they have been starving? Nnamdi Kanu, they have been denied. They refused to buy him banana. How can they treat him? How can? They refused to buy him good soap to bath. How can they treat him? How can they handle his health status? How can DSS, that denied Nnamdi Kanu access to his doctor, how can they handle, how can they allow a very healthy operation on his ear? That's what I'm asking. Share this program very, very wide. Share this program.